How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is William. I ain't been on YouTube in a while, but I'm back, and I'm back with some serious issues concerning my custody issue with my ex-wife, Michelle Wall. And as y'all already know, and as y'all know that would just been following me for a long time, y'all know I've been dealing with some issues ever since. You know, I've been dealing with this psychosis woman, and I'm gonna say psychosis because I want to keep it specific to what she is. I ain't saying, and psychosis mean crazy. It means mentally ill. That's what psychosis mean. And in the last time that I have checked, that the Michelle is psychosis. You know, she mentally ill, and she get disability for it. So I want to be specific, so everything that I say to y'all can be backed up. Okay, it's not a lie, and I'm not just saying it just because I want to say it. She is psychosis, and my lawyer Ron Scott proved that in court. When I had Ron Scott as an attorney, he proved that in court that she's psychosis. She take mentally ill medicine, ADHD, and a few more things that go along with that. So I just want y'all to know I'm not gonna say nothing because they judge find me. What is it? Warren McSwaney gonna find me in contempt for saying that I don't think that she love our children. How you gonna find me in contempt? That's not degrading her. That's an opinion that I have, in which I still had that opinion. So but I just want to let y'all know, and I want to keep it to the facts of the matter. Now here's a fact. She have had to say so and to do everything with my children ever since May 2019. Okay, since Sophia Crawford, which was the judge at the time, stripped me of my rights. You know, so, and I'm gonna keep this professional to let y'all know what's been going on to this date. So I'm gonna fast forward to the date today. I'm gonna fast forward to the 24th of June 2022. I get my kids, right? And they got a lot of bruises on them. I took pictures of the bruises. My daughter got bruises all down her legs and on her knees, like I don't know where they come from. But I'm just give y'all a little bit of history. She done been in car wrecks with her mother. She done arm been broke, claiming that she done fell down. My son arm been broke, claiming he fell down. But here's the thing, the topic of it all. She under order. Now, see, the first thing I'm gonna tell y'all is the judge pretty much took all of my rights and all of my say-so. But you know what still stands for me? That she's supposed to keep me informed of anything that she involved my kids in, anything happened to my kids, and our kids. I like to say my kids because I love my kids. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that know me know that I love my kids. So, and in these 3 years and a couple of months, she haven't did neither. She haven't ordered, but I'm gonna read something to y'all real quick. Here's so she sends me a text, right, and says that I was yelling at her, refusing to allow me to talk to our children because you want me to talk to you about what I have done with them over the last 3 years. Plus, it's not the time. Look, you heard with the key word she said in the beginning that I was yelling at her. See, that's the kind of picture that this woman tried to paint, along with her lawyer, try to paint that I'm this type of person. I asked her simply, where are my kids at? Where you been having them at? Because you don't got them at the address that where they supposed to be at. So if you ain't got them at the address and you got them somewhere else as for an extended stay, and you ain't supposed to take them out of the state of North Carolina, period, without a written consent from me. So now she got them out of state, out of town, had got my kid living in some cabin in Waxhaw, North Carolina, then living in a motel, you know, so, but she not giving me no information. First thing she didn't do, give me the address to where my kids was. She didn't tell me where they at, no phone number to be contacted or anything. So she did this herself, and she haven't provided me with any information to the whereabouts of my children, how long they gonna be there. So anytime that she make any kind of move, or anytime there's an extended stay anywhere other than the house that they supposed to be in, she's supposed to notify me. See, and this is why I can't never get contempt against her like right, because first of all, she know it's against me, first of all, to get a judge or a judge in Richmond County to hear the case and hear the contempt against her, because she is very well in contempt every time she does such. And let me fill y'all in with a little bit of more information. She don't provide me with no activities that she put my kids in, and she don't even take my opinion in consideration of anything. So she's supposed to take in consideration even though she got the last say so. I'm gonna go ahead and say what the order said. Even though she got the last say so to whether my kids do this or that, I supposed to know it. So she got to say so, but I'm supposed to know everything that she does with my children, whether it be the doctor, schooling, or not. Let me tell y'all something. I goes up to the school one time. My kids have missed over 15 days of school, and the school tell me they can't tell me why. All right, then I finds out that my name is not even on their record at the school to be a contacted parent for them to contact. So my name is nowhere on the school emergency contact for those teachers, principal, to contact my children's daddy. So she haven't made it known that, look, this is their daddy, this is his phone number, this is phone number, this is his address or whatever, you know. So I goes up there and find out that my name, and I'm their daddy, and my name ain't nowhere down there for a contact parent when they need to contact the parent. And she ain't making it known. Then now she done changed doctors. And I ain't never know what doctor. I don't even know what doctor she taking him to. She had a surgery on my son that I was totally against from the beginning, but she went and had the surgery anyway to made his disability worse, because she had a surgery that was the doctor. See, the doctor, when my son turned a year old, and I'm gonna go through this pretty quick. When he turned a year old, the doctor said he ain't had to have that surgery, so he can lift his arm to an elevated level that's acceptable. That ruled out the surgery at that point. Now, since she had him in her custody, she done had the surgery, getting disability for him, and probably getting disability for my other two too, because she got him on some kind of medicine that's for ADHD and all of that type stuff from some doctor. So now she done went and got my kid diagnosed some kind of way without me knowing anything about it, where that my kids is taking some kind of mentally ill, I call it mental psych meds. That's what I call it. You know, the mental ill med to slow them down, to hike them down, or whatever they doing. That's the kind of medicine that I'm just now on the 25th of June 2022. That's what I'm just finding out, that she's supposed to have made me known from the time when she gonna take them to the doctor. I'm supposed to know it and everything. I'm supposed to know everything that woman does with my kids. And I'm supposed to be allowed the opportunity to be there when doctor's appointments, especially surgery. I ain't never know nothing about a surgery. Then she been in car wrecks with my kid, didn't never make it known to me. My daughter arm been broke several times. She ain't never made it known to me. So everything that's going on. So she, on one hand, she want to sit there and mail like she abiding by the order that Grammy Judge Sophia Crawford put in place, but then at the same time, she's not. But then she want to try to force the order when the kids are not in her possession. You understand what I'm saying? So now, let me tell you this. So I'm keeping my kids away from her for right now, because I fear for their life. I fear all of the bruises that they got on them for the stuff that's been going on. And then plus, she been keeping my kids out of town. So, and not notifying me and giving me appropriate address to where my kids are. So she claimed to have some kind of plumbing problem, whatever, in the house that she was staying in. So, but that, if you got a plumbing problem, that don't make you go way out of town. If y'all don't know what Waxhaw, that's in Union County. Waxhaw, North Carolina, an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So if you got some kind of plumbing issue, you don't stay out of town for no week, 2 weeks at a time and talking about a plumbing problem and then staying in the motel. Yeah, I know, days in. And see, all this information, see, my kill from my kids. My kids, see, they old, so I'm glad they're getting old enough to talk really good, because now they can tell me what's really going on and where they at and who they been around. You see what I'm saying? So now, you know, so my daughter about to be 9 years old. So now she can talk to me straight, and she know, you know, although that, see, a mother, what she does is she teaching our children, she teaching my daughter mainly to not say certain things to me. And that's wrong for her to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because my daughter should be free to speak and talk about anything in that household that she's in. Because I don't hide nothing from my household. If my daughter get on the phone, you can talk about anything you want to talk about, because I ain't got nothing to hide in this household. Nothing. And so my child is free to speak with her mother about anything that her mother want to ask her. But see, she monitors my daughter when she's on the phone with me. to keep her from saying anything that she ain't got no business saying. And see, and the order says she is not to interfere, neither one of us and our children. When that's my time, you ain't got no business interfering at all. See, now here's the thing, y'all. The judge stripped me of pretty much of all of my rights, my daddy rights. So the judge pretty much stripped me of all that. So you mean to tell me, so you can't follow the simple rule that the judge put forth for you to follow? You know, keep me informed or whatever you're doing with my kids. And then if you're doing any kind of extended stay, I had to know about that before. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go anywhere, and I ain't anywhere outside of Richmond County and to the original address that my kid's supposed to be at, you're supposed to keep me informed. Anything outside of that address. So now you got my kids in Waxhaw, North Carolina, staying down in Waxhaw, North Carolina, in some cabin, you know, and then at some motel Days Inn. So now this been going on for weeks that I don't know nothing about. And she's supposed to make it known to me of everything. But then she get on the text and she texts this to me, so and telling me I'm yelling at her. You know, that's you know what, y'all know what that is. I'm yelling, you yelling and fussing. No, that's how she said it. You yelling and fussing. That's what she said in the text back to me. And see, y'all, I'm putting all this in public so y'all can see the strategies of this woman and what she doing. Now, here's my thing about it. Either she mentally ill, psychosis, as what the state says she are, or she got to be the biggest fraud I ever seen. You know, she playing the system. She playing the system, you hear me? She playing the system to take care of her and her disabilities, but yet she don't have, see, to these judges, to her lawyer, to everybody that's around here, she ain't got no problems. You see what I'm saying? So she either got to be a #1 fraudulent person, or she really sick. So y'all choose which one y'all think it is. She either fronting and getting paid from the state, and she ain't got no disability. She ain't ADHD. She ain't psychosis. She ain't none of that. So either that's got to be the biggest front and the biggest fraudulent stuff she doing, or she really is like the state says she is. So y'all decide. I'm gonna let y'all decide on that. I'm gonna just let you know what I know. And I know what the disability paper says. And when she got disability, I know what those papers said because I read them myself. And y'all know in my earlier videos throughout the years, y'all, I have presented that to y'all with the kind of medicine that psych medicine and all of that. So my thing is, I never seen a judge would take a man's children that done had his kids for 2 years, born in his house, raised in his house, to give them to a mentally ill woman. I never saw that. I never saw that. I never seen a judge. My baby boy was 3 months old when she left in 2017. And I never seen a judge. My baby boy didn't even know that woman. And that Judge Sophia Crawford took him right from me just like it won't nothing. Like it won't nothing. And then for the 3 years that's passed, I've been going through a whole lot of difficulties with this woman because she's trying to try to present and her grimy, no good of a lawyer, trying to paint a picture about me and that I'm this evil, I'm this man person when she the one assaulted me and assaulted me more than one time. Y'all done seen that. And then how the assaulter become to the assaulter. You know, she ain't no victim. She never been a victim. But she tried to play the victim because she got my kid and she trying to play the victim like she got to have the sheriff. You know what? That's a good thing because you know why it's a good thing? Because they need to be there to protect me. You know what I'm saying? Not to protect her, to protect me because she is the one that's aggressive and assaultive. And she'd have been proven in court twice for assaulting me. And done served probation and everything. And now we on this charge for this last charge assault against on me that the social DSS recorded and me. Now she is going on 4 years now, y'all. 4 years. Tell me how many of y'all know a misdemeanor charge being in court 4 years? That's about to be going longer than a doggone murder trial, ain't it? They got me in court going on 4 years. 4 years. I'm on 4 years for that because they won't try. They ain't tried it yet. And you know what I'm saying? They ain't tried me for what they got on me. I welcome the trial. And I've been welcoming it from day one. Let's go. Let's do it. That's what they say. What we say, y'all, let's put Trevor in box and go forward. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But going on 4 years, no trial. Y'all, I'll let y'all think of that. Because see, in the coming time, we're gonna be talking about this re-election when it come up. Because we got 2 more years. You know, we got 2 more years. I think it's 2 more years for the district attorney to come up for re-election. And these next 2 years, we're gonna see about that. We're gonna see about that. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't need a district attorney that won't protect and serve this county as he ought to. You understand what I'm saying? And that's my thing with that. So now I'm dealing with this situation. My kids got all these bruises on them, and I took pictures of my kids. Took my daughter's knee, her leg, her face. You know, my son leg, knees. I'm like, what in the world y'all got all these bruises? What in the world going on here? You know, y'all all, you know, got all these bruises and stuff up like this. You know, what in the world going on? You know? But see, the thing is, then this lawyer, her Grammy lawyer, gonna sit here and say, well, if he willing to, Judge Crawford said, that order ended in 19. Well, if the order ended in 19, that I supposed to have week on and week off in the summer, then guess what else ended? All the rest of it ended then, because she made the order in May 2019. She made the whole order. So now her lawyer gonna sit there and dig pick and say that judge did not mean that order ended the same year. Well, your nasty, grimy judge, lawyer, Dave McGuire. Well, the whole order ended then. So you gonna try to go nitpick with what that judge said and then say that judge didn't mean this or that judge didn't mean that. That order was only applied to 2019. Well, guess what? Then the rest of it only applied to 2019 then. How about that one? How about that one? Then the rest of it applied to 2019. But so this David McGuire gonna go back and try to say that this judge didn't mean that order was only for 2019. Well, if that order, so everything go back like it was then, don't it? If that order was only meant for 2019, then 2020, 2021, 2022, all that don't even make a difference, do it? It goes right back to the beginning before the judge even make the order, now don't it? Exactly. And if it go back to the beginning before the judge make the order, that means I got custody of them in their mind. Ain't that? That's what that means. So if you can go back and pull out from an order and contradict the judge and what the judge said and sit there and say that that order was only for 2019, then if that statement or paragraph that he want to pull out of that order and said that was only meant for 2019, well, the rest of the thing, everything else the judge said was only meant for 2019 then. So that means that order is non effect. Now don't it y'all? If the judge said it's effective, so the lawyer gonna sit there and pull a paragraph out of it and sit there and say that was only for 2019. That judge didn't say this is only for 2019. So how he gonna say it's only for 2019? So if you gonna pull that paragraph out and say this is only for 2019, then guess what? Then the rest of it is none effect neither. So ain't nothing really happened that happened, did it? So now I go back to the beginning that I got my children. Ain't that right? Lord, let me put this at y'all one time. I'm gonna see what y'all see about this. Now, now it's been going on 5 years that I've been going to court with this woman behind child support, alimony, equity distribution, right? Now, and this going on 5 years now. You know, I divorced that woman and everything, right? So this going on 5 years now, right? So tell me y'all how this is gonna happen. She done went downtown, I got some DSS worker, whoever she got, and then transferred over to the child support office to bring me down for child support, and we already in court for it. Tell me how, what is that, double jeopardy or something? You gonna take me to court twice? The state or the child support agents work for the state. And I'm already in court already. They hadn't even been dissolved yet in court. For child support, alimony, equity distribution. I'm still in court for that right now. Unless some been dismissed, and I don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they did before. When they first took out the paper, I had the children for the 2 years. So how in the world you gonna take out child support on me and equity distribution and all this stuff when I got the kids? How you gonna do that? I had them she left in 17. The judge gave her because of my children in March of 2019. So tell me, how in the world can you get child support when I got the children? Tell me. So that's what they did though. So they dropped it. They didn't do nothing about it. And they brought it up in court until years later. Then Dave McGuire come back years later and said, oh yeah, we got air conditioning, we got child support, these kids need to be taken care of. Well, you know what she told? No, these kids don't need to be taken care of, because you know why? Because Judge Sophia Crawford took in consideration what that woman said on the stand. I'll take care of my kid by all any means necessary. That's what she said. I go to Goodwill, I go this, I go to that. And then here a couple of years later, you can come at me for child support. Ain't that something, y'all? You know what I'm saying? So that mean you couldn't take care of me in the first place, don't it, y'all? That mean that you couldn't take care of me in the first place. You take care of the part that you're supposed to do, and I take care of the part that I'm supposed to do, because I'm their daddy. And then if you do it that way, guess what? I don't need nothing from you, and you don't need nothing from me. Ain't that right? But now she done went down to social services now, y'all. The child support worker already wrote me. But let me tell you something. She done opened up a can that I don't think she ready for this can. This can, I don't think she ready. I don't think she's ready. And if this child support worker, if you listen to me, and if you tune into me sometime later, I'm already in court with Michelle Wall. I'm already in court with her for child support. And you can look that up in the case number, the file number and all. You can look, let me give you a file number in case you don't know, and give you this file number in the court, in case you don't know. The file number is gonna be, where's the file number at? It's on, oh yeah, the file number is gonna be 17 CVD 1052 and 14 CVD 802, Richmond County. Those file numbers that you can go look up, and you can see that I'm already in court, and been in court almost going on 5 years now for this woman. So you need to do your due diligence if you haven't. I'm not gonna blame you for anything, you child support worker, but I'm gonna say do your due diligence before you come sending me letters and paper talking about child support. You understand what I'm saying? And make sure you got all the information from your client, Michelle Wall. Make sure you got all her information. All right, the 2 kids, the twins that she got that belongs to me by law, you need to make sure that they are added into the case as well. And I would appreciate that, because by law, those 2 twins that she got is mine. By law, because they were conceived in our marriage, my marriage to her. So by law, the North Carolina law said those my kids, because I was her husband. So now, but she want to only give you 3 kids, which 3 kids that my older 3, but she didn't put the younger 2 in there. She didn't add those in there. And I asked you, child support worker that works for the state, get those 2 kids added in there, because they falls up under me as well. Although they got another last name, but they falls under me as well, because those kids belong to me by the law. And I would appreciate that. If you're gonna have me come into your office, make sure you do your due diligence, and make sure that that woman Michelle, Mrs. Michelle, make sure that she provides you with all the information that she's supposed to provide you with, and not to leave none out. That's what I add. And then we can maybe we can move forward then, or you just gonna drop it, because you can't have 2 cases against me, one in the state, and I'm already going to court for 5 years now for child support. And the judge, ain't no judge made no determination for no child support. But it's in court though. It's pending. And it's been pending for almost 5 years now. And 2 years that was with me. And mind you, I got joint custody of our children. Remind you of that now. Even though she got all the say-so, but the judge still granted joint custody. So this custody thing is finna change. All this stuff is finna change. Every bit of it finna change, because you know what? This woman think that she can do anything that she want to do without respect to me, and bringing to my knowledge what she doing with our children, what activities she involving them in, and everything. Because she don't supposed to just do nothing with our kids without telling me. Now she had, like I said, y'all, she got the last say so. So if I say, well, give me y'all an example. If I say, Michelle, I don't want you to put our kids in this activity, she can take that in consideration, or she can say, well, no, I'm gonna put them in there anyway. That's what I mean by having the last say so. But she still have to give me that opportunity to present either or from me. She ain't supposed to hide it from me. Then, but that's what she been doing for these 3 years, over 3 years now, and that's exactly what she been doing. She been hiding her location, where she stayed with. That's why I'm got in court now for contempt, because when she moved into this house that her stepdaddy brought for her to live in, maggot of a stepdaddy. That's right. Hey, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to just say this. And I know a lot of y'all men out there stepdaddies, right? So I'm going to ask y'all men a question. Maybe y'all women can drop in on this too. Now, this white redneck stepdad, he's a red joker. All right. Now tell me, y'all. Now I'm a stepdaddy too. So y'all want y'all to come in on this. What stepdaddy gonna do more for a stepdaughter here than his own biological daughter? Tell me. He done came over here, bought his stepdaughter a house. Every time she wreck a vehicle, he drive 2,100 miles from Arizona, bring her another one. Every time. So you tell me, what stake is this man got in her to do all this? You know what I'm saying, y'all? So basically, he taking care of her outside of her disability, outside of all the money she get, he basically taking care of her. Because he done brought a house for her to stay in. He done came over here from Arizona, done brought a house for her to stay in. So y'all tell me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I ain't gonna say nothing. I just want y'all to tell me what y'all think of. What's going on now? The stepdaddy doing all this here for the stepdaughter. You understand what I'm saying? Now, y'all, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna let y'all play in on that. Tell me what's really going on there, stepdaughter. He spend more time over here with the stepdaughter than he do with his own wife, with the mama. Huh? Ain't that something? Anything when the stepdaughter holler, he come and wipe the tears. Ain't that a stepdaughter now? Now, he got a real biological daughter that's white, just like him. But this black mixed one, he'd come do everything for. Ain't that something, y'all? Think about that one. So now she's saying, now she getting on the phone, now she getting on the texting my phone, saying this. See, let me tell y'all something last week, what I did, early part of this week. Let me read this one to y'all first. Let me get this back up. She said, all right, hear what she said, y'all. She said, Mr. Wall, due to a major plumbing issue at our residence, we are unable to stay there. Therefore, the children and I will be staying at Cane Creek Park and possibly other locations during the repairs to the house. Listen, you heard that, right? She gonna be staying at Cane Creek. And I looked that Cane Creek up on the internet, and that Cane Creek is in Union County. I thought it was in Richmond County, but it's in Union County. So she took my kids out of town. She said, I'm gonna be staying there, Cane Creek. They provide me with a phone number, address, nothing. She ain't provided me. And I got a text right here. And if y'all can you see that? Let's see. There's the text right there. And y'all want to read that text right there. That's the text right there. I'm gonna hold it long enough for y'all could probably freeze it or pause it. But that's the text that she texts me right there. So the order says, if my kids gonna be anywhere other than that residence that they supposed to be at for any extended stay, I supposed to know about it before. If you gonna be there, I supposed to know about it. If their address changing for a week, 2 weeks, I supposed to know about it. And she supposed to make sure I know about it in writing or whatever. You know, she's supposed to make sure that I know about it, but she didn't let me know about it. The only reason why I found out about it through my own kids. See, my kids know, and that's the reason why I'm glad they're getting older where they can talk. So my daughter said, it's Waxhaw, North Carolina. It was Waxhaw. And she said it was over an hour away, a ride. So then stayed in the motel the night before I got them. On the 23rd of June, 2022, stayed in the motel at Days Inn. And then I got them the next day on a Friday, the 24th, June 24th, 2022. So what did I say, y'all? The first woman is unstable, and she going under the table with my children without following the order. You understand what I'm saying? So she doing like she want to do, you know what I'm saying? And this lawyer is gonna defend her and make it like she doing what she doing is right. Ain't gonna matter like that I'm fussing and arguing with her. I asked her a specific question. Where you got my kids staying at? You need to tell me. So she gonna take that what I said, cause that's what I said to her. And I said, if you can't tell me where you got my kids staying at, our kids staying at, this conversation is over. And I hung the phone up. Sure did. Now that's what I did do. Now if she say that, she telling the truth. But when she said I'm arguing and yelling with her on the phone, I don't think she doing that trying to make it out to me to go for any judge like I'm this bad person that talked to her in a kind of way. That's what she's trying to make it out to be. That's why she's trying to say I'm arguing with her on the phone. No, I didn't. I said, you need to tell me what's up, where my kids at, where my kids staying at. That's what you need to tell me. So you didn't do that. And then secondly, y'all, I said, look, my kid's old enough, my daughter old enough where she can start, because she's almost 9 years old. She can call me on the phone herself and talk to me. Your presence, you ain't got to be over top of her when she talking to her daddy. But did she do that? She never let my daughter call me, not one time. But yeah, she get on the phone now and say and ask me to have our children call her. See how it is? See, when she got the kid, don't call me. Don't call your daddy every day. But now I got him. Oh, how my children call me? Oh, well, you must have forgot all about the part that called me when you had them. You must have forgot all about that part, huh? I got a whole lot of stuff to come forward, and the next thing I come forward with y'all, I'm gonna come to y'all with definitions of every custody order that she has deliberately didn't abide by. She deliberately broke the order in every way. She broke the order by not including me in nothing, bringing to my attention to nothing that she done with my children, having surgery. Look, she had a surgery, like I told y'all in the beginning, she had a surgery to my knee baby boy. She had a surgery on him that messed him up worse than he was before he had the surgery. And that's why the doctors at Duke said it after he turned a year old and he raised his arm up high enough, the doctor said he don't need no surgery. Say he raised his arm to an elevated level that was acceptable. Now she done went and had this surgery since they've been in her custody. She done went and had this surgery on my son and then got him worse than what he was now. Now he ain't got the mobility in his arm that he had before the surgery. See what I'm saying? He ain't got that mobility. And then it's also, before he had the surgery, you couldn't even tell he had a disability in his arm because he could run, he could do that arm, but he just couldn't raise it up but so high. Now he can't even do that now. So those of y'all that done seen my son that know that he got that disability now because of Michelle taking him to the hospital, having a surgery performed on him that I was totally against, and even the doctors agreed that he didn't need that surgery. Not just me, the doctor agreed that he did not need that surgery. And she went behind my back without not making knowledge to me that she was considering him having a surgery. Although she could have took it upon herself after acknowledging me, because I could have been like, no, don't give my son that surgery. She could have said, no, he gonna have the surgery. That's having the last say so. That means that she got to say so. But before she got to say so, I got to know about it. You know what I'm saying? I got to know about it, and I got to voice my opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? And my opinion would have been, don't give my kid no surgery. He ain't had no surgery. Don't put him up under no knife. But she went and did that deliberately. Now she getting disability. Now he on disability now because his mobility in his arm is not the same no more. She has hurt him now worse than he was. That's what she have done. Yep. And then my daughter, she had broken arm several times, broken wrist, broken finger, and she never brought none of that to my attention. None. She done been in wrecks with my children, never brought none of that to my children. I got them on the weekend. One weekend, my daughter lip, her tooth went down all the way through her lip, and all this was out like that, swole, just like that. But she never told, say, Mr. Wall, we was in an accident. I'm going to the hospital. I'm rushing the kids to the hospital, and we're gonna be going to the Richmond Memorial. We on the way now. That's the stuff she's supposed to do, but that ain't what she did. She ain't did none of that. I ain't know nothing about a wreck. I ain't know nothing about nothing to this day. So she been having custody of our children, having to say so for over 3 years, and she haven't followed the minimum of the order. I mean, come on now. She got all the say so. So why you can't do what's the minimum is? Why you can't do that? But then the first thing comes when I find out that you done moved and got my kids staying out of town, and then now I'm keeping them away from you because the fear that I'm scared of my kids being hurt any further by their mother. Because my kids is hurt and got bruises that they shouldn't have. And as a matter of fact, I don't know why the DS ain't involved with it. They might be. I don't know why they ain't looking into it. First of all, she ain't staying in the residence that she's supposed to be at. She's somewhere way in Waxhaw. If you got a plumbing problem, y'all, you can simply go, if you staying in the motel anyway, you can simply go stay in a local motel, until your plumbing problem issue is resolved, right? But you go way to Waxhaw, North Carolina, and in reference to you got a and then multiple locations. Now look, now she ain't just say she gonna be staying there. She gonna be staying on multiple locations. To neither location I got an address to. Neither one. Now that ain't taking all the daddy's right, you tell me. And this is the kind of stuff, y'all, I've been fighting to get the contempts against this woman, and I haven't never even got a lawyer now, still ain't done addressed it. You understand? Still, I got a lawyer now, still hasn't addressed it. Still, and I pay him to do two things for me: a contempt and modification of the order. That's the two things I had him for, and I got neither one of them to this day. To this day, I got neither one of them. Only thing I got went to a contempt that she filed after my lawyer filed the contempt, and then the judge tried me for the contempt that her lawyer filed on me. But my contempt was on her first. Modification and contempt was on her first. And this same Warren McSweeney did not address now one of them. But he gonna address a contempt on me though. See what I'm saying? See, this is how wicked. See, that judge was bought and paid for and came back to Richmond County to do what he did to me. That's what he did. That's what he did. Exactly. That's why I told him, 10 times back to you, buddy. You think you're going to do something to me? You might get away from the law because you've been trying to, well, you present yourself some upstanding judge and you ain't nothing because you ain't nothing because ain't no judge is going to do, be biased. So I'm looking for that judge. I ain't looking for a judge to be biased. I'm looking for a judge to apply the law the way it should be applied. If the judge, I get in front of a judge like that to apply the law the way it should be applied, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Those kids going to be back to me in my custody, and that woman going to go somewhere, probably to a hospital or psych ward or something, to make sure that her mind is right. You know what I'm saying? To even be around our kids. That's one thing I like about Florida. Let me tell you, if my ex-wife had a done to me in Florida, what she did to me here in Richmond County, they had her under the jail. And then after they got her under the jail, they put her in a psych ward hospital. Because if she would have sat down and addressed my kids outside their DSS building at night and drug over that parking lot after assaulting me and knocking me to the ground, you know what? I wouldn't have had to say one word. But since it's here in Richmond County and these maggots of people here don't like me because I fight back, because when you wrong me, I get back and I write whoever I need to write. See, I learned that the hard way. You ain't got to go, belly up with these people. Just get down on now you can just get on your computer. You ain't even got to write on a piece of paper now. You just get on your computer and say what happened and send it right on off. And they don't like that about me because this system here is a buddy system here in Richmond County. That's why a whole lot of lawyers don't want to come here because it's a buddy thing. I even had some lawyers right here locally say, hey, I got to eat. And if I do something like this here, the judge is going to starve me. I ain't going to be able to eat. That's what goes on here. See, if you don't do what these judges and DAs around here tell you to do, these lawyers, they starve them. So they can't get paid. So what they choose to get paid rather than defend the people that need to be defended that's being wrong. That's what the issue is here. So it don't make no difference whether you guilty or not guilty. It's who wants you to be guilty. So if they want you to be guilty, even though you're not guilty, they're going to make you guilty. And that's why this case been flying in court for all these years, is because the district attorney don't want to step up, resign and want to step up and dissolve this case in court, either try it out on me, because I welcome it 100%, and try it out on my ex-wife, Michelle Wall. Yes, because she is the perpetrator. She is the one that assaulted me, and she need to be tried for that and put on trial. But I know that her lawyer ain't gonna allow that to happen because he's looking for a plea deal. Unlike me, I'm not looking for no plea deal because you can't offer me nothing when I know I'm not guilty. And that's what, and it goes out to those people that's been wrongly and falsely accused. I feel you, man, because I never thought that this stuff would go the way it's going. I thought you had justice. No, money is justice. No, money ain't even justice. Money ain't even justice. If they dislike you, that's the justice that they want. If they dislike you, then they're going to try to paint you out to be something that you're not. And that's what they trying to do to me. That's why she taught me that text. They know it ain't fussing and arguing with her. She going to send it down, I'm fussing and arguing with her. She just told a straight lie from her mouth That's the reason why I'm opening it up to y'all, my YouTube followers. I'm gonna get back to y'all with the in-depth stuff that I got, and I'm gonna get back to y'all leading up to all this. But thank y'all for listening. I know it's a little bit long, but very important. Hey, give me your votes on this. Give me your give me any information that you like to post on my YouTube. Let me know, because this stuff is sour. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.